Ilocos Norte in 1 weekend. Sounds impossible, I know. But you never really know how much you can pack into 1 weekend until you get to Ilocos Norte. My whirlwind trip began with an early evening flight out of Manila to Lawag, capital of Ilocos Norte. First item on the agenda, dinner.
These are the famous Ilocano food. So we have here the crispy dinuguan, and then we have the puki-puki, the bagnet. It's another version of pinakbet. The usual pinakbet are the vegetables with the toppings of the bagnet. But this one is bagnet with a touch of pinakbet. This is dinengdeng.
Dinengdeng?
Yeah, the dinengdeng, or we call it also inabraw. So it's a vegetable with tukmem. Tukmem are small clams.
Okay.
And this is a local salad.
Native.
So we have here native salad. We have here the tatuday. It's a flower.
This is chicharon. And this one is puki-puki.
That's puki-puki. It's a Polynesian word, puki-puki.
That means what? Sauteed.
Yum, yum, yum. I just got here, but I like this place already. When I woke up the next day, I wasn't in Lawag anymore, but in Curimao, a town along the coast just a short drive from Lawag. Check out my hotel. Nope, I'm not in Bali, but I'm in Playa Tropical, one of the newest resorts here in Curimao. I asked the manager where the name Curimao came from.
It started in the Spanish times during the galleon trade. Well, there were pirates who frequented the China Sea. Then people from Curimao were really scared of them. They were referred to as the Kumaos. They're the pirates and Kumaos. To protect the natives, they set a watchtower. Every time they see Kumaos, they shout correr, which means to run. To run. So from the correr and the Kumaos,
You have Curimao.
you have Curimao there.
A few minutes walk along the beach from Playa Tropical is Sitio Remedios, a replica of a typical Ilocano village from the 1950s. It looks almost like a mirage, standing out here facing the South China Sea. Sitio Remedios was built by Dr. Joven Cuanang and named after his mother Remedios. I took a little tour with Rex Hofilenia, the architect who designed the property.
This is the Avenida de Azúcar. These lotus plants were indigenous to Paway Lake because everything that you see here sa sitio is sourced from Ilocos Norte. This is a little window of what Ilocos Norte is all about.
Like a typical Ilocano village, the houses in Sitio Remedios are laid out around a church and a plaza. The houses in the village represent different types of architecture found in Ilocos Norte. Each house is named after a town in the province, such as Balay Pidig, Balay Batak, Balay Purao, and Balay Radrillo.
Balay Pidig is a typical Ilocos bungalow. So you would have a veranda, a living room, dining room, and a bedroom.
The linens and curtains in Sitio Remedios are made from inabel, the traditional hand-woven cloth of Ilocos. They're not just nice to look at, you can actually stay overnight in these rooms. All that walking made me hungry, so Rex and I had a traditional Ilocano snack, a chicken noodle soup called Miki, and a sweet glutinous treat called tubig. I felt so at home at Sitio Remedios, I didn't want to leave. But I still had the rest of Ilocos Norte to visit. So I said goodbye and went off to Paway. Paway used to be called Bombay because its first settlers were Indians. This is the famous Paway Church, an official UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was completed in 1704, making it more than 300 years old. The architecture is a mix of European Baroque and Oriental, with 24 large buttresses that have survived many earthquakes in the last 3 centuries. It was a little hot in the church, so I went for some water action over at Pawai Lake. To get to my kayak, I had to get on the slippery bamboo raft. Don't worry, it's more stable than it looks. Pawai Lake has a total area of 470 hectares. According to legend, there is a village buried under its waters. The people of the village were very wealthy, but they became evil, so they were destroyed by a great flood. Local fishermen say they sometimes see fish wearing jewelry swimming in the lake. I kept an eye out for that, but I think my paddling scared the fish away. Whew! Made it to the dock, finally! My next stop after kayaking was Bataan, to see the famous Empanada, a whole building dedicated to making empanada. Let's see what's so special about this empanada.
It's good. It's crispy on the outside, but that's definitely the egg, the one that I'm tasting, the one that has texture in it.
To see how they make this empanada, I got a lesson from the expert.